Hey everyone, welcome to my channel for the love of sports. Today we'll be going over the ATP tennis predictions for the two grass tournaments going on so far. We are 97 and 68 overall, and you see here on the next page, we're up over $1,300 in total profit. In yesterday's plays, we were 4 and 2. We were 2 and 0 in the tennis bets. We took Ben Shelton money line and Taylor Fritz money line in a two-leg parlay. They both won in straight sets, not much of a sweat. Then we had Karen Kachanov and Jiri Lehechka plus 1.5 sets. Lehechka won the first set, so that wasn't a sweat. But Kachanov, Mackenzie McDonald, hey, you can say whatever you want about Mackenzie McDonald, but you know what? He gave him a sweat, took him all the way to the third set in a tiebreak. Kachanov did end up taking that match, but I'm not gonna lie, I would have been happy if Mackenzie McDonald would have won as well as my fellow American. But we did get two Americans to pass in Ben Shelton and Taylor Fritz. We'll be going over a couple more Americans today. And the MLB, we went 2 and 2 in our plays. We actually started off the day 2 and 0, but the Nerfy in the first inning with the Astros and the White Sox. The White Sox went scoreless, but the Astros ended up scoring some runs in that first inning. So that killed that play. And then Lawrence Butler went 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. I don't know what happened there. He was on a very good hitting streak, and I don't know what happened. 0 and 5 and 3 Ks against a pitcher who was not very good. So it happens. But again, 4 and 2 days, so we are in the profit. And let's go ahead and show the breakdown by sport. So we are by far tennis is our most profitable sport, also the sport we have the most volume in, followed by NHL, then MLB. Again, we haven't really bet NBA, we probably won't too much. Without further ado, let's get started. Before I go into this breakdown, if you want to see my best bets, I always post it at the end of the video and also in the comment section below. So make sure to check that out. If you don't have time for the full breakdown analysis, I understand we all have to do things, but make sure to check that out if you do want to just check out the best bets. So the first game we have here is Daniel Evans versus Hugo Humbert. The head-to-head is 1-1, but can't take that with a grain of salt. They haven't played since 2020, so 5 years ago. A lot has changed with Hugo Humbert in that time. He was playing Challenger in 2019, so um, a lot has changed for Hugo Humbert. Now I know he's been dealing with that injury, but he's had some time to recover from that, and he must be relieved to get out of the clay season because it was not his preferred surface there, and I think this surface could benefit him. His serve is very difficult for opponents to match with, especially when it goes out wide. It can be very hard for certain players to combat that, and I think it's gonna be hard, especially for Daniel Evans. I don't think this is like a simple 1, 2, 3. It could be. I think Daniel Evans could stay in the game here and there, but I do think Hugo Humbert is gonna take this down. I can see him winning it in straight sets. It all just depends on how he comes out. But I expect him to come out and try to get a W here. He hasn't had a lot of luck in the clay, and he's gonna want to change that around. So I'm gonna go with Hugo Humbert in this matchup. Next, we have Nuno Borges versus Otto Virtanen. Nuno Borges is actually favored in this. Um, if you see here, Otto Virtanen, he leads the head-to-head, and I also think that this surface benefits him. I feel like it benefits him more than it does Nuno Borges. Nuno Borges is not really known as a server. We kind of know this. Not a server. He's a person who doesn't mind extending rallies. But Otto Virtanen, his serve can be an issue, especially for Borges here, who doesn't have a serve to combat his. Um, I could see I could see Virtanen winning this match outright, and he's plus money right now. So if you do want a dog for today, I think you got a pretty good shot with Otto Virtanen here. Next, we have Riley Opelka versus Nicholas Jari. Opelka, I don't know, I'm sorry, Jari leads the head-to-head 1-0. To be fair to Opelka, this wasn't the clay where Jari is a clay court specialist. Okay, so to be fair. Um, we bet Opelka in the challenger. He actually ended up losing that match against Lajal, but Lajal looked good in his last match, so I guess we can't be too upset at that. He's also been pretty good this year in the jaw. Opelka though, Opelka's been in better form than Nicholas Jotty, that's for sure. Nicholas Jotty has not been good form, and also he was playing on the clay where he is that is his preferred surface. He's not going to the grass, which is not. He does not like the grass. To be fair, Opelka hasn't had the best grass surface either, but grass record, I should say. But Opelka's serve, I think, could be the difference in this match. If Opelka can get that first serve down, he should get this match done. He should. He should be good enough to get this match done. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if there's tie breaks here, but I do think that Opelka could win this match. If he digs deep, he relies on that first serve, and that serve is working, he should be able to get this done. Next, we have Alexei Popyrin versus Zuzu Bergs. I went back and forth with this one, honestly. Zuzu Bergs is the underdog here, but honestly, I haven't been too impressed with Alexei Popyrin. He's been better recently, but haven't been too impressed with him. And Zuzu Bergs, at times this season, I mean, his overall record for the season is pretty good. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I think this one's a 50-50, to be honest. Whoever comes out stronger is going to go out and win this match. Would not be surprised if this match goes 3 sets. I would expect it to be maybe probably, if I were to bet this, maybe an over on the total games. Maybe that's how I bet this, but I can't pick a side on this one. Next, we have Medvedev versus Adrian Manarino. If Manarino was playing almost anyone that was a pretty good player, I would back them. But Medvedev, oh, I mean, just by the head-to-head 4-4, and Manarino has beaten him on the grass 3 times. I can't take Medvedev at -300. I can't do it here. This is Manarino's preferred surface. He likes playing on the grass. Um, I know Manarino has been awful this season. Trust me, I faded him in one of the challenger events, and that was pretty easy. But on this surface and against Medvedev, who I don't know, man. Medvedev has been on and off this season. It's like you don't even know. He's not reliable right now. I gotta see him be a little bit reliable on the grass before I can back him. I'm gonna pass in this game altogether. Next, we have Mark Lajal versus Hubert Hurkacz. Hurkacz ended up hurting his back a little bit in that last match. He ended up finishing the match against Batista Agut. Um, Lajal ended up winning his match. Not too much trouble for him there. But Hurkacz is another beast. I would have to go Hurkacz here, and I do think if he's hurt anywhere throughout this match, he's probably gonna retire. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if tomorrow morning I see something about him retiring even before the match starts. Let's just see how his back holds up. But if his back holds up and he's ready to go, this is Hubert Hurkacz all day, all day. His serve is really tough. He's a better player overall than Mark Lajal, and I like him. I like his odds here. You get him at -175. It's really good odds. All right, and then we have the 4 matches in Stuttgart. We have Alex Mikkelsen versus Justin Engel. We actually had Duckworth moneyline versus Engel, and Duckworth had a lot of chances. Engel did save some of those chances, but also Duckworth just put himself in holes. Like he was missing easy shots too. So I think Mickelson won't make the same mistakes as James Duckworth. Um, Mickelson is pretty good on the grass. Honestly, the last 2 seasons he's been pretty good on the grass, and I do expect him, to beat Justin Engel. Engel looked impressive at times, but again, this is just a matter of levels. Levels here. Next we have I don't even know what this matchup is. Giovanni Pecci Pericard versus FAA Figure Auger Aliassime. Felix Auger Aliassime. I apologize. The head-to-head is 1-1. I had Gio Pericard on the money line in his last match, and wow, if Roman Sapulin didn't blow himself up in that final set, he could have taken it, honestly. Gio Pericard, oh man, if his serve is not working, if his first serve is not working, he is not good. He is not good. But when that first serve is working, man, on this surface, when that first serve is working, it's pretty much unstoppable. I mean, you could throw you can guess. If you guess, maybe you'll get it. You know, like you'll you'll rally a bit, but that ball is just flying off the racket. It's flying off the racket. Um, I don't know. FAA, he's been inconsistent this season. It's hard to trust him. I would like to take FAA here. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it, especially with you on the grass. I think you could take either player for a set or maybe the total games and you'll be fine. I feel like this is going to be a pretty tight knit matchup. Um, Either player for a set or total games. That's probably where I would go if I were going to bet this. Next, we have Zverev versus Corentin Moutet. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. Should be Zverev. He's pretty frustrated with the French Open, how that ended, and I expect him to come out and put on a show. And I expect him to try to come and win this tournament outright. I think he needs a win. I really do think he needs to win one of these events. He has not been very successful this season in doing that, and I think he needs one. So I expect him to come out and probably straight sets take down Quarantine Muset. And next we have Learn Tien versus Brandon Nakashima. So two Americans. I'd have to lean Nakashima here. Nakashima this season, he's just consistent, man. He's pretty solid. You know, he's gonna beat the matchups he's supposed to, and more often than not, he's gonna lose against the matchups that he's supposed to. He's a pretty straightforward player. Leonard Tien, um, I just haven't been impressed with him, since the beginning of the season. I know every single video I talk about this win against Medvedev. He was amazing in that win, but other than that, he hasn't been too impressive. He was not good on the clay at all. Negative record on the clay. This surface suits him a little bit more, but this also suits Brandon Nakashima a lot more. And he has a positive record on the grass already. He's been pretty successful there. So definitely have to go with Nakashima here. Um, I think Tien could put up a little bit of a fight, but this should be Nakashima. His serve is his it's pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's excellent, but definitely above average. Um, and his ball is good on the surface. It really is. All right, those are all the matchups for today. I'm gonna go ahead and go over my best bets. I have two best bets. Again, trying to keep it a little bit moderate because I am going to add some sports. I'm probably going to be betting the NHL today with the Panthers. I've been betting that like crazy. Yeah, I'm probably going to be on that. Maybe Sam Bennett for a point if you guys follow that. He's been pretty good at that too. Make sure you check out and keep an eye out on the post section for all my other best bets in terms of other sports, MLB, NHL, NBA, anything like that. It's going to be in that post section of my channel. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see those notifications. Going back to the best bets though, we're going to take Brandon Nakashima money line and Ugo Humbert money line in a two-leg parlay from -120. Nakashima should take down Tien. He is the better player on this surface for sure. And Ugo Humbert, he needs a win. I think he needs a win. He was not good in the clay. He was dealing with injuries. I feel like he's going to be ready for this matchup, and he should be able to take it down. And then I'm going to take Hubert Hurkacz and Alex Mickelson money line. So Mickelson's a really big favorite. I wanted to pair Hurkacz with something else to get a good decent price, and Mickelson should take down Justin Engel pretty easily, to be honest. I think there's just levels to this right now, and Alex Mickelson on the grass could be a trouble for anybody, honestly. And then we talked about Hurkacz a little bit. He is dealing with that injury that we saw in the last match, but if he's good to go, I expect him to take down Legal without too much trouble, to be honest. Maybe a tie break, but he should be able to take down Legal. All right, guys, let me know in the comments section who you're taking for today. And also any other sports you might be taking. I'm always curious to see what you guys are betting. Make sure to go ahead and also put those post notifications on so you can see whenever I post a video or a short. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe.